Hi there. On weekends, we do reruns so that yours truly can take a couple days off. Look for a fresh new episode on Monday. Meanwhile, please enjoy this episode for this day from a previous year. I thank you so much for your indulgence and loyalty, and have a great weekend. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for June 16th. June 16th is the 167th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 168th in leap years, with 198 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is Midas-eared. Midas-eared is an adjective meaning having poor judgment or having an inability to appreciate something. This word is named after the legendary King Midas, whose ears Apollo turned into donkey's ears for suggesting that Apollo's musical rival played better music than he. By the way, this was after Midas's ill-fated wish to turn everything that he touched into gold. And with that, we're going to start in the year 1586, when Mary, Queen of Scots, recognized Philip II of Spain as her heir and successor. On June 16, 1858, Abraham Lincoln delivered his House Divided speech in Springfield, Illinois. This is the birthday of English actor and comedian Stan Laurel, born June 16, 1890. This is Laurel of Laurel and Hardy. These guys did a lot of slapstick comedy and portrayed some excellent examples of Midas-eared thinking. Stan Laurel lived to the age of 74. On June 16, 1911, IBM was founded as the Computing Tabulating Recording Company in Endicott, New York. On June 16, 1963, the Russian Vostok 6 space program, cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space. One of my regular viewers mentioned that this is the birthday of Tupac Shakur. Born Lasagne Parish Crooks in New York City on June 16, 1971, he was raised primarily by his mother, who was a political activist. Tupac loved poetry from an early age and wrote a booklet of haiku poetry when he was 11 years old. He began recording in 1989, the year he turned 18. He was a prolific and influential artist, sold more than 75 million records worldwide, acted in several movies. He ended up in prison for a few months, was robbed and shot, involved in several other legal matters of one sort or another during his life. On September 7, 1996, Shakir was shot 4 times by an unidentified assailant in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. He died 6 days later at the tender age of 25. Interesting to note that at the time of his death, he had enough music recorded to fill a posthumous double album of greatest hits, and 5 more albums have been released since then. He packed a lot into those 25 short years, didn't he? Tupac Shakur. On June 16, 1977, Oracle Corporation was incorporated as Software Development Laboratories. Today's song is I Can't Stop Loving You by Ray Charles. This one hit the #1 spot earlier in the month of June 1962 and held onto that #1 spot for 5 weeks. I Can't Stop Loving You was written as a lost love ballad in 1957 by country singer-songwriter and musician Don Gibson. By the time Mr. Gibson died in 2003, this song had been recorded by more than 700 artists, Ray Charles not the least among them. This version of I Can't Stop Loving You is counted among Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all times and among Country Music Television's 100 greatest songs in country music. Of course, there's a link in the show notes if you'd like to listen to it. Ray Charles, I Can't Stop Loving You. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. And you can also find me on Rumble and BitChute. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.